Dear seekers in the divine, welcome, and today we will discuss about this world, this manifestation and absolute happiness. All seekers, all aspirants are trying to attain happiness in some form or the other. In fact, everyone is only and only trying to attain that happiness. But that happiness seems to be elusive. One does not seem to find that. Seekers and others, everyone do find happiness in the world, but for a very limited time. When they seek happiness in objects, that happiness is temporary. Along with that, after some time, there comes misery. And there goes on the life along the vicissitudes of time, up and down and up and down. Happy at one stage, sorrowful at another, feel good at one time, feel bad at another. Then life goes on. But innately within the very source from where that the heart is, one knows that one is that true happiness. And that happiness is one's true nature. That is why everyone wants to be happy. No one wants to be sorrowful. Every action that is done with a purpose to be happy. Does anyone ever know, in a lighter vein, does anyone ever know anyone who does something and says, I'm doing this really because I want to be sorrowful? No. Everyone does whatever action they do it to be happy. But happiness in the world is temporary. It comes and it goes. But the seeking is there. And the seeking is right. It is very right to seek that happiness which everyone is seeking. But the seeking is taking place in a different direction to what one must actually seek for. Seeking it in the world, seeking it in the outer world, in objects, will not achieve permanent happiness. Because that happiness will come and that happiness will go. The only and only way that true happiness in this world can be achieved is when one is not engrossed in worldly matters and not engrossed within objectification. Because whenever there is the I and the other, there is always competition. There is always conflict. There is always duality. There is always me and the other. So how does this elusive happiness become true to what I'm living as, if it is my own true nature, is the question. The truth and the ultimate truth is that it can be found not outside Permanent happiness cannot be found outside in objects. Happiness can only be found within the very source from where that happiness arose. And you are that divinity that expresses itself outside in manifestation. Don't try to be divine, but living has to happen as the divine. Seeing has to happen not through these eyes, but seeing has to happen through the eyes of eternity. So, dear seekers, the important thing is to dive within, to seek from the very source from where that love, that happiness arose. Find out where from did this true happiness, if it is my true nature, where from did it arise? Seek within, find out. Truth will not be elusive then anymore. It will reveal itself as your very true nature. Dive within, find out, seek. If happiness is my true nature, where is it? Where from does it arise? Who is it? And when that diving happens, that questioning happens, that inquiry happens, then the mind thins out and disappears, because mind is the source of the I and the ego. When that diving in takes place, the otherness is gone. And the deeper and deeper and deeper one dives within to find the source from where that happiness arose, happiness reveals itself as one's true nature. So, dear seekers, if the truth is that everyone is seeking happiness, and one wants to remain as happiness and be happy permanently, all the time, without the influence of outside circumstances. Situations come, situations go. Life moves on. But true to one's own nature, happiness remains as it were, as happiness. Life is a joyous living. Seek within and find that bliss within the very source from where that seeking happens, that love arises from. And that very silence will reveal the truth.